Welcome to the Holly Area Community Show. My name is Jody and I'm your host, and I'm here at the beautiful St. Andrew's Church, and actually the new addition. I'm here with Deacon Tom Jarek, who's going to tell us a little bit about this process. I know from Highway 10, so many people comment about the progression of the church, and I hear you recently had a dedication, but first we just want to hear about the process that it took. So welcome to the show.
Well, thanks.
So I remember as a ninth grader coming to release time here. In fact, I spilled red Kool-Aid in the other part of the church. I hope that's why you didn't have to build a new section. But that was back in, was it about 1979? Or?
About 79, the original building was built here. And this new space was really in the plan since then. The parishioners then started with the intent that the original building would eventually become a fellowship hall, a social hall, and then they would build a new worship space. And they've gradually made progress over the years. There were some additions of office space and classroom space, and they enlarged the kitchen so that we could do a better job with our turkey dinners until about 10 years ago, they started thinking real seriously about adding a worship space. And the time wasn't quite right then, but about 3 years ago, Father Joe Richards was our pastor and kind of led us in a thought process about what we would need. We engaged the services of an architect who helped us a little bit, and then eventually we hired a builder. It's always kind of a conflict between what you want and what you can afford. Yeah. And we're pretty happy with the compromise that we've come to here. It's a beautiful space.
It's well worth the wait, I think. It's just, the space is so peaceful, and it's a bit modern. And I was wondering, the things that we see, the baptismal font and the altar, are those also new?
Many of the items here are not new. The baptismal font, the altar, and the ambo behind us, the furniture.
The ambo?
Ambo is the podium.
Okay.
You know, that the word is proclaimed from.
I'm not Catholic,
That's
by
okay.
the way.
And those came from the original worship space. The pews that are here came from St. Thomas Newman Center in Moorhead, which closed a couple of years ago.
Okay.
And so we were able to obtain the pews when that building closed, and so they've been in storage waiting for this space to open. The crucifix on the wall behind us came from Catholic Church, St. Philip in North Minneapolis.
I heard you took part in the hauling of a cross.
Right, yeah.
Not everybody can say that,
right.
But they had to go to Alexandria to haul a cross.
We met somebody there who was bringing it up for us, and so we met them there and took it out of his van and put it on our trailer and hauled it here. It was a wonderful gift from them, to kind of remind us of our universal Catholic faith, that we're one with those parishioners there who worshipped with that cross for so many years.
It is, yeah, that's really neat. It's sad when a church closes, obviously, but it's nice, that energy that it brings when they gift their very important things from their church. Yeah, it looks wonderful. And so you mentioned the turkey dinners, and I know that this church is famous for its turkey dinners, and people line up practically down the highway to have. And so, have you ever estimated how many turkey dinners that you've had?
I haven't. I know that early on they used to do 6 a year, and now we do 3. We do 2 in the fall and 1 in the spring, and they're very well attended by people from all over. And it's been a wonderful fundraiser for us, but also a fellowship builder. The people in the parish get a chance to come together and work together, and we get all these friends from all over that come and have lunch with us. And so it is, we say that the church is really the people, not the building. And so our turkey dinners have been as much about building up the people of the church as the building of the church, although it's been important for both.
Yeah, it's wonderful. We're going to take a little break and talk to Father Pat about the actual dedication that recently took place. But thank you so much, Deacon Tom, for joining us and sharing this beautiful space with us.
Sure.
And we'll be right back. And we're back at St. Andrew's Church with Father Pat. Welcome.
Thank you.
And we were just admiring the new space with Deacon Tom, and he said also to me that there was a committee that really did a lot of work and effort in planning, just the building committee, in planning this space.
It has. We spent a good year, well, certainly we spent over a year kind of preparing and trying to decide what we could actually afford and what we wanted and what would be best for us. And then the building committee began right off the bat, spending a lot of time, many meetings.
I bet.
There's a crew that's very thankful that things are finished.
I'm sure. And so once you did finish, I understand recently you had a dedication of the space. And I heard about it, that it was just beautiful. Can you tell us a little bit about that day?
On Sunday, just this past, well, let's see, it would have been the 20th of November, Bishop Michael Hepner, Bishop of the Diocese of Crookston, came, and part of the ritual and the rite of the dedication of a church is considered one of the kind of more celebratory and really prayerful, solemn celebrations. We started outside the church building. The people all gathered at the doors, offered the bishop the plans or the keys to the church, and then accepting that, he blessed our doors and said, "Open the doors, let the people enter in." And all the people came in. We had banners and streamers. And
are those the streamers behind us?
Behind us, right.
Oh.
Each family was asked to take a streamer and kind of with each family member to kind of do something special on their color or their ribbon and kind of make it extra festive. And so all the families entered in with that. Then Bishop came in, blessed the water for our holy water, and then went around the whole church blessing the church. Later on, we in receiving, like it would be the first time that God's Word would have been shared in this space. And so we take the Bible, the lectionary, and he holds that up and says, "May God's Word be proclaimed throughout this building." And then we moved with the incense for blessing, took sacred chrism, takes the sacred chrism, makes a big cross on the walls of the church.
Is that, what is the incense made of?
The incense would just be different kinds of incense, but basically the incense would have been as a sign of blessing and prayer.
Okay.
And then we gather around the Lord's table and shared in the Eucharist. And again, giving thanks to God for all that is given. And kind of like with the Eucharist, we receive the bread and wine, we offer it to the Lord. Ask that he be one with us, and then we share the body and blood of Christ with one another. And it was just a great celebration. People were great music, many people involved with, it was just fantastic.
I heard that, and what a unifying event. You know, what a beautiful way to unify a church and have you feel as one. Yeah. And I love the streamer idea too, to add some color. And this is a pretty neutral space, but it makes it very serene as well.
Yeah. It's interesting how when the people enter in, it just comes alive,
yeah.
like it should.
Yeah, it's wonderful. Well, I look forward to attending celebrations here from time to time. Again, not Catholic.
We're not going to let her bring any lemonade or Kool-Aid
no
into the
red
space.
Kool-Aid.
I heard that there was an accident some years ago.
There was. I know. It's the history just follows me, and those Catholics just shake their head at me.
But we may.
You should have put it in the book. I actually had white pants on too, incidentally.
Oh,
anyway. Congratulations and job well done, and to all those involved. It's an enhancement to the whole community. So thank you for all your work and all that you do.
Thank you very much, Jordan.
Until next time.